Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between CrowJam and DomCo4 here on Echo Isle. This is a BattleNet game, so unfortunately there are no observers. I'm going to have to turn off the fog of war. DomCo4 is the undead player spawning over here on the left-hand position as the red undead player, getting a crypt and a standard Ultra of Darkness. Going to get a ziggurat right there, so most likely going to be opening up with a Death Knight. Excuse me. Meanwhile, Altar of Kings being built, a little bit of a proxy farm getting set up just in order. No, wow, getting that farm before getting that barracks. So, not quite sure what that's going to be about. Perhaps CrowJam has a new opening that I have yet to see, but no real reason to get that bear or farm any earlier. And then that barracks, getting a lumber mill. Okay, so this is completely not going to be a footman build. So no footmen, or probably some footmen, but it looks like it is going to be a little bit more lumber intensive, getting that lumber mill in position and getting a tower already. So towers coming in from CrowJam right now. DomCo4 now getting the Ultra of Darkness, has a Tome of Relics now being built as well. And I do not see any units scouting out at this time, so no scouts, only a single ghoul now trying to be produced in order to get some additional wood right now. CrowJam sitting, or sorry, DomCo4 sitting at 14/20 and getting that Death Knight right now. Meanwhile, CrowJam is over here at the with 16 food over 18, 17/18 right now, getting a lot of towers. So it's going to be a mass tower build. I've not quite seen this before. Doesn't have enough wood to upgrade those guard towers yet, so not quite sure what the strategy is going to be. Now getting an arcane vault and getting a blood mage as the first hero. Okay, this is definitely a very unorthodox build. Let's see how this is all going to turn out. Blood mage as the first hero. Perhaps it's going to be blood mage with banish and then trying to use banish and griffins. That's the only thing that I could really consider at this point. This is pretty much very non-standard play if you have not seen this before. Blood Mage now heading out to try to do some scouting, and now perhaps going to do some flame strikes. That'd be a very interesting strategy, getting some early flame strikes out. Meanwhile, back in the base, that ghoul could have just came in, guard tower and an arcane tower being produced, arcane vault coming in as well, and now the blood mage still taking a lot of damage. Death Knight chasing after him, got off a death coil. Now ghoul going to be doing some pathing, but not unable to, and that blood mage is now trying to head in for that base. Not quite sure where that blood mage is going now. Blood mage not heading back south, so really just running around the map with nowhere to go. Blood mage is not that fast of a hero compared to the archmage, has less armor, or about the same armor, and has a little bit more hit points than the archmage, if I recall correctly. I don't know all the stats. Right now, Blood Mage has still yet to train his first skill so far. So that little one in the top left-hand corner says that there's still no skill. Militia now doing some creeping away from that Blood Mage. Blood Mage, or Militia now trying to run away down to 10 hit points, will be able to escape. That Blood Mage still trying to run around, may get trapped here. Not quite sure. Oh, able to run back around, and now running back away from that main base right there. Death Knight, not quite sure if he wants to get some death coils, try to do some chasing. Militia has finished creeping. Blood Mage has some experience, at 144 experience already, almost level 2 already, and now getting the upgrade to keep already. So, and getting a blacksmith. So really no idea what this strategy is going to be. Blood Mage picks up the Claws of Attack +6, and now perhaps we'll probably do some creeping over here in this position right now. We'll see what coming up right now. More militia now coming down to the south. I'm trying to use that Scroll of Healing and to heal some of those militia that took a lot of damage right there. And now heading to the south with a couple militia and that Blood Mage right now. Still not, I don't know what he's trained so far, and doing a little bit of a hit and attack to try to pull, try to get closer, and getting that Flame Strike off now. So there comes in a Flame Strike. Damage over time on those back units, going to be able to take out those no poachers pretty easily. Level 2 on the Blood Mage, and now we have the ghouls and Rod and some skeletal fiends coming in as well, skeletal warriors. Some feedback damage. Blood Mage now trying to run around, trying to make sure that the Death Knight does not know where he is, and doing a good job right now. Very unorthodox style. Ghoul is now going to creep out this level 3, level 1 camp as well. Death Knight wants to make sure that there is not an expansion in play. Doesn't see an expansion. Blood Mage is now trying to pick up buys a Staff of Teleportation and a Boots of Speed. So has a lot of gold right now, and now getting some more towers. No Masonry upgrade. A little bit surprised by that. And the way he's investing into those towers right now. Bloodmage now trying to head to the north, making sure that there is no expansion as well. Does not see an expansion. Now heading off to the north side. Death Knight going to get to level 2 in just a second. Death Knight most likely knows that the Boots of Speed is gone, so the Bloodmage has recently just picked it up, trying to figure out where that Bloodmage is. Bloodmage now running to the north. Keep has been completed, and Halls of the Dead near already completed as well. So while that Bloodmage getting hit by that cold damage, not able to stick around. A lot of low hit point ghouls should have gotten off a flame strike on those ghouls, and picks up a Tome of Agility being left behind. We have a peasant now sitting by, perhaps to use the Staff of Teleportation, and we have dual Sanctums now. Dual Sanctums with upgrade to Castle. Okay, I have no idea what strategy this is coming in from CrowJam. Right now, Death Knight's still doing some creeping, no, and now we have a single we have a single peasant in there taking some damage, upgrading the Black Citadel. Let's see what that peasant is doing. We do have a sacrificial pit and a slaughterhouse in play right now. Meanwhile, the Bloodmage is still running around the map, and there's how many towers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 towers, so not that many towers, but enough to really push back any attack that this single Death Knight would wish to try to do at this point. Peasant is most likely going to fall. But yeah, both players just, you know, I always thought that watching two players creep was one of the most boring things that you could find in Warcraft 3, but I must say creeping would be better than this. At least there'd be some micro coming in. Now Militia now coming in, trying to do some creeping perhaps. CrowJam heard me. Nice damage over time. Units now trying to run back through, still taking damage as well. Down goes one creep. Bloodmage sitting at level 2. We have a Death Knight and a Naga. No, a Lich now coming in. So Naga, or sorry, no Naga, just a Death Knight and a Lich right now. Ghouls off to the north. Bloodmage doing a really good job creeping with just those militia so far. I don't think he's lost a single unit. And now almost at level 3, picks up a nice Claws of Attack +6 as well. So plus 12 on attack for that Bloodmage. Not, you know, as good of damage as a Bloodmage can really get right now. We have Spellbreakers now coming in. So Spellbreakers coming in. What is this strategy? I don't know. Spellbreakers with mass Spellbreakers? That just doesn't make any sense. Lich now low on hit points. Bloodmage trying to finish off this particular creep camp. May get to level 3. I think that's what he's trying to go for. The Bloodmage, the Spellbreakers see this. Lich getting a Frost Nova onto that low hit point Priest. Unfortunately, a nice Flame Strike behind him and draining that mana. Oh, and it was a fake right there because he the Siphon mana prevented the what's it called, the Flame Strike from going off, so very nicely done. Now some feedback damage and an ensnare on the Obsidian Statue. That Lich is taking some damage as well from that feedback damage, and taking down to 114, down to 26. That Bloodmage's extra attack is just doing a lot of damage right now with that plus 12 attack. Now trying to come back. The Spellbreaker trying to do some micro back and forth. Spellbreaker low on hit points, trying to run away. Meanwhile, Lich is getting chased down by the Bloodmage. Bloodmage needs 1 or 2 more hits, and it will go down. Let's see. 3 hit points. Will he be able to take it down with that Boots of Speed? He should be able to catch up to it, and that Lich is going to fall. Yes, down goes that Lich at level 1, giving level 3 to that Bloodmage. Meanwhile, back in the base right now, those towers just taking out one of those ghouls, and now the Bloodmage is trying to chase down that Obsidian Statue. The Obsidian Statue is taking quite amount of damage right now, most likely from those Spellbreakers feedback, and those Spellbreakers are upgraded 1-0. So very, very interesting strategy. Have not seen this before. Can't say I've ever seen Bloodmage First with no footmen. Now nice Flame Strike. Those units taking a lot of damage right there. One more hit. Down goes a ghoul. Another Spellbreaker gonna go down, trying to siphon that mana from that Death Knight. The Death Knight has no mana, and the Bloodmage is going to come back and try to deal more damage. Lich being trained back up. Will be back up in just a second. More Spellbreakers rejoining this fight right now. Another Flame Strike. Flame Striking the Tome of Relics. So that Tome of Relics is gonna go down to the Flame Strike. So very nice. Bloodmage wanting to make sure to get rid of that shop. I don't think an Orb of Corruption was picked up in time. No Orb of Corruption. So that is a very, very smart play coming in from the Bloodmage. 2 level 3 Flame Strikes is enough to take down a shop. Very nicely done. Down goes another Spellbreaker, so Lich is still sitting at level 1, Death Knight getting close to level 3, and the Bloodmage sitting at level 3 has a Staff of Teleportation, but not much else. Spellbreaker's still there. Spellbreaker's upgraded 1-0, gonna be 2-0 in about 15 seconds, and now Priest coming in as well. More Militia being called to the south, perhaps to try to set up an expansion to the south. Troll Trapper, Ogre Magi has already been taken down, so only 2 Troll Trappers left. And Blood Mage now trying to come in, but also picks up a Staff of Sanctuary. So gonna use that Staff of Sanctuary. Not quite sure. There's not really that many expensive units, so perhaps trying to save those Spellbreakers, or perhaps a Priest or two. Now, stay tuned for part 2 of this, what I estimate to be a 3-part replay between CrowJam and DomCo4 here on Echo Isle.